Hello everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to the channel. So we are in November. It is now like November 7th, I believe, when I'm filming this, which means that we are knee deep into the November Barnes & Noble Criterion Collection sale. So for us physical media collectors, July and November are arguably two of the best months of the year, simply because we get 50% off what is one of my favorite boutique labels, and what is likely one of yours as well if you're watching this video. So this is a very exciting month for us, just like July is. So if you guys have been watching the channel, you know that I went bananas in July. I grabbed so much stuff in July, it was ridiculous. To be fair, it was my birthday month, so I did get a lot of gift cards, so that helped. But this month in November, no birthday, so I'm going to do much less buying of the Criterion Collection releases. That said, I do have some that I want to show you guys that I picked up on Friday when this sale went live. And I will mention that this is scheduled to go through November 30th, so if you are interested in grabbing any, please do so as soon as you can, because a lot of these titles, if it's anything like July, a lot of these titles will disappear relatively quickly. So, especially some of the ones I'm going to show today, because they are some of the newer releases. So definitely keep that in mind. The other thing I want to touch on before I show you guys what I've grabbed so far this month is that Amazon is price matching a ton of these Criterion Collection movies, which they do that often, but I feel like they're price matching even more than normal. On top of that, they're having these other sales where there's like $1 off or $3 off coupon that you can add to your sale to get even more off than what Criterion is offering. And then on top of that, they're also offering a buy two, get one free sale at this point. And there are some Criterion Collection titles in there. So definitely check through all of your options before you just run out to Barnes & Noble and spend your money. The other thing to keep in mind is that the 10% off in store from your Barnes & Noble membership is not working anymore. So it appears that July was the last month that we will be able to get that extra 10% off, which I know is, it really blows, to be honest with you. Like, that stinks, because if you're buying $100 worth of movies, that's $10 you could be saving. So, you know, that part really does stink. I'm not sure why Barnes & Noble decided to do that, but it is what it is. You're still getting 50% off these titles at Barnes & Noble, so it's still an incredible deal. So, all right, so that was a lot of chit-chat to get to why we're here today, and that's to show you guys what I have picked up so far in the November 2020 Barnes & Noble 50% off Criterion Collection sale. So let's not waste any more time. Let's dive right in. So I have 6 films to talk about today, and I'm going to start with the only one that I've actually seen out of this lot. So this movie is absolutely stunning. It is just one of the most beautiful films I've frankly have ever seen, and will definitely end up on my top 10 list by the end of this year. So this is Portrait of a Lady on Fire. So this is from 2019, and it is spine number 1034. So the second this movie ended, I knew I wanted to own it on the Criterion Collection disc, because I watched it on Hulu, which is where you can watch it first if you want to see the movie before buying it on the Blu-ray format. But this was incredible. I was just so blown away by it. From start to finish, I was just enthralled with this love story that's being told here. So this is the story of a woman who is hired to paint the portrait of this other woman, and the woman who's supposed to get her portrait painted does not want her portrait painted, and so the painter finds out that she has to basically memorize her face and spend time with her, you know, kind of be friendly with her throughout the day, and then at night try to complete this portrait from memory. But of course, there is a relationship that blossoms between the two that is just one of the most beautiful I've ever seen. This movie is brilliant. It is fantastic. I cannot recommend this enough. If you are concerned you might not love it like I did, like I said, check it out on Hulu. If you are a Hulu subscriber, it is available on there. But honestly, you're probably going to enjoy it, because this was so wonderful. This is a French film, I believe. Like I said, it's from 2019, and spine number 1034. So Portrait of a Lady on Fire was the first one I absolutely had to grab this month. Speaking of films that are available on Hulu, this is one that I've been meaning to watch. I haven't got around to it yet. And I figure, you know what? We're in the sale. Let's not do the same thing I did with Portrait. Let's just buy it now so I have it in case I love it while I watch it. This is Parasite. So obviously this is the Academy Award-winning Parasite from 2019. And this is a Korean film, which is spine number 1054, if you can see it down there. So I've heard Obviously, I've heard impeccable things about this. I cannot wait to watch this. This is also available on 4K, and it's down to $10, at least at the time of this filming. So check that out if you would rather have the 4K format. I will say, though, even though this is available on 4K, I decided to go with the Criterion Collection Blu-ray simply because it has a lot more special features, including, I don't know if you'll see it down here, but they're all listed there, but including a black and white version of the film, which I hear is a really cool and interesting way to watch this movie. So I decided I would go with this version for $20 as opposed to the 4K version for $10. But, you know, that choice is up to you. This is just what I decided to do. But I wanted to make sure that you guys are aware you can grab this on 4K for $10. Frankly, some of you might want it on both formats, and after I watch it, maybe I will too, but we'll see. So very excited to get to 2019's Parasite, which again is spine number 1054. So this was the last one that I actually had the intent to purchase when I walked into my Barnes & Noble on Friday night, and it is one of the new releases. We have David Lynch's The Elephant Man from 1990, I'm sorry, 1980 rather, and this is spine number 1051, I believe. Yes, 1051. So this is a film that I've never seen, but I've heard just amazing things about it, so I want to get it. And it's a David Lynch film, and I'm trying to get as many of his films as I can. The other one I hoped to grab on Friday was Naked Lunch, which is the only other Lynch film that I don't have on from the Criterion Collection. Unfortunately, that one was not available, so I ended up doing a couple, I guess you'd call them impulse buys, but not terribly. I'll talk about them in a minute. But anyway, Elephant Man, supposed to be just a fantastic film, and it is, again, loaded with awesome special features there. So this is one I am really excited to dive into. You know, I have not spent a ton of time with David Lynch as a director, so I really want to correct that as much as I can. So very excited to see Elephant Man from 1980, spine number 1051. As I mentioned, I walked in there with the intent to grab Naked Lunch, but unfortunately they didn't have that one in stock, and frankly, it's nowhere in stock near me. So if I do decide I want to get that one, I will have to order it online, but I'll talk about that a little bit more toward the end of the video. So these next two I grabbed from Barnes & Noble that night were, I guess, impulse buys, but not really, because these were ones that I was eyeing very heavily back in July, so I knew quite, you know, I know a decent bit about them, and just in terms of if I was interested in them or not. But both of these are actually available on the Criterion channel, and so that's why I decided to pass on them back in July. I'm not getting the Criterion channel right now, so I figured, you know what, just buy them, get them in the collection so you can watch them anytime you want. And this one is just an awesome deal because it comes with two films. And this is The Complete Lady Snowblood. So this has the original Lady Snowblood and Lady Snowblood Love Song of Vengeance, which is the sequel. And both of these are Japanese films, it looks like, from 1973 and 1974. And this is spine numbers 790 and 791. So the reason I wanted to get these films is because these are huge inspirations for Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill movies, which I absolutely love Quentin Tarantino. He is one of my favorite directors, and Kill Bill is probably one of my favorite in his filmography. I love those films, so I want to see the inspiration, and I've heard excellent things about these. So for $20, I'm getting two movies in what will likely be the best format that we'll ever be able to see them in, so this was a worthy purchase. So very excited to add The Complete Lady Snowblood to the collection. Again, these were released in 1973 and 1974, and spine numbers 790 and 791. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys loved both of these or if one is better than the other. I'd love to have your thoughts of it just heading into it. So this one is the last one that I grabbed on my trip to Barnes & Noble on Friday, which was the day the sale began. And this is another one. It's available on the Criterion channel, but I don't see myself getting it anytime soon, so I just wanted to have it in my collection. And this just screams me. Frankly, I know virtually nothing about it. It was just one, like when I do these sales, I go through every single title, and you know, if the cover grabs my attention, then I'll try to learn more about it. And that's what happened here back in July. This is Vengeance is Mine, which is a Japanese film from 1979, and we are looking at spine number 384. The reason that this screams that it's a film that I'll enjoy is because it's based on a true crime murder spree that this, I'm assuming it's him, the main character went on. And so you guys know, if you've watched the channel, I am a big true crime junkie, so I had to check this one out. A film about serial killers is always something that I'm going to be interested in. So I looked up the reviews on this and they looked pretty strong, so I definitely want to check this out. So this is Vengeance is Mine from 1979, and yes, it was technically an impulse buy, but I was eyeing it very heavily back in July, so I'm very happy to add it to my collection this month. So Vengeance is Mine, which is spine number 384, and this is the last one I grabbed from Barnes & Noble, and I was there on Friday, and that's when I found out that the 10% off was not working anymore, so I ended up spending about $10 more than I anticipated, but that's okay. These are still excellent deals at 50% off. But I do have one more that I want to talk about, so let's jump to that one. So this last one was one I actually grabbed off of Amazon, and I bought this one yesterday. So as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, Amazon is having a buy two, get one free sale, but they're also having price match sales, but then there's also coupons that stack on top of some of these. So this is an example of that. So I didn't pay $20 for this. I paid, I think it was like $16 in change for this. And this is Alfonso Cuarón's Roma, which I've heard incredible things about. So this, of course, is a Netflix original, so you can watch it on there if you are interested in seeing it before you buy it. Again, I probably should have done that, but it was so cheap, and I've heard really good things. Alfonso Cuarón is excellent. You know, I watched Y Tu Mamá También from him earlier this year. Blown away by that. Loved it. He did Gravity. I mean, so many. He is just an excellent director. So his name alone is worthy of me blind buying this. So, and this isn't one that, this is a hefty one. Like, it feels heavy, which it just always makes it feel like I'm getting more of a bargain because I'm a loser like that. But yeah, so this was released in 2018, and this one is spine number 1014. So this is a film that is, it feels like it's going to be very similar to Y Tu Mamá También in how personal it is, but it's going to tell just a different story, obviously. I think a more family-oriented story than what we get with Y Tu Mamá También. But I cannot wait to watch this one. I am very excited. So this is a black and white film also, so that's very interesting since it was released in 2018. So very intrigued to see this one. And like I mentioned, check out Amazon.com if you're interested in this. I don't know why I said .com as if I had to say Amazon.com, like you don't know what I'm talking. Anyway, check out Amazon for this because it was very cheap on there. Like I said, $16 and change, which is even better than getting it from Barnes & Noble. So definitely check out Amazon along with Barnes & Noble during this sale this month. All right, so these are the 6 films that I'm starting with in November for the Barnes & Noble Criterion Collection sale and, frankly, the Amazon sale as well. So this month is unique in that normally you wouldn't need to check Amazon nearly as much as I would recommend it now. They are price matching a ton of these, and then they're also adding additional coupons on top of those. And they have buy two, get one free. So you might find some things that way, some things via coupons, and then other things that you can just pick up right from Barnes & Noble or at barnesandnoble.com, whatever works for you. So this was a really good haul. I have a ton of, hopefully, what are going to be really great films once I check them out, and super excited to add these all to the collection. Now, I did mention earlier that I am looking to pick up at least one more with Naked Lunch, but I also want to grab The Irishman, which comes out on the, I believe it comes out on the 24th of this month. So I will be going back to Barnes & Noble or making an order on barnesandnoble.com. There are 2 more on top of those that I'm eyeing. I don't know what I'm going to end up grabbing because I've already, you know, obviously I've done a lot with this, and we have the Xbox Series X coming next week. So, you know, money is going to be a little bit tighter just because of all these things that are coming out and Black Friday coming up. So I don't know if I'm going to go as crazy toward the end of the month with Barnes & Noble's sale or not, but I do want to grab at least The Irishman and most likely Naked Lunch. And then we'll see if the other 2 are still kind of gnawing at me and, you know, calling to me to purchase them, but we'll see where the month takes us. So this is it. I hope this was a quicker video than normal, but I still hope you guys enjoyed it. And let me know down in the comments below, are you taking advantage of the Barnes & Noble sale this month? And if so, what are you looking for specifically? Also, have you seen any of these? Where should I start? I would love to hear recommendations from you guys down in the comments below and have more of a conversation with you guys down there. As always, if you guys did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing to Cinefessions here on YouTube. And if not, thank you anyway for watching this video. I really do appreciate that. And as I always say, I don't just talk movies, I talk all things media. Books, movies, video games, collectibles. If it's media related, I'm interested. And if you are too, you might consider subscribing. All right, guys. So that's going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.